let's start to work on his nose. But you can already see really keeping that light and dark area in check. It really gives the illusion of depth and form to the bear. So it's just interesting how you can mold it. So, okay, the nose is a very, very light wash of the same color. So you can see how watery and light I'm going. And I'm going to once again keep my light and shadow in mind. So I'll paint this area down here that's going to be a little darker first. Grab some water, tap off, and pull that paint right over the top here where it's going to be a little lighter. May grab a little more color right under the nose. Make this area just a tad bit darker. And I'm letting this area dry before I touch his chin. But while that's drying, we can go ahead and work on these little white spaces here. So to clear this up, you're going to grab just a bit more intense wet color and treat this just like you were adding the shape of fur, just shadow forms. So I'm going right over that white line, applying color, and I kind of scrub at it a bit with my brush. You don't need to do it too hard, but just give it a little scrub and it'll kind of remove that line. And then once again, grabbing water, tapping off, and blending that color as if it were fur shapes right into what's already there. And I'll do the same thing here. So kind of scrubbing at that line and pulling the color out like fur shapes. All right, so let's see this. I think it's probably actually dry enough to where I can go ahead and put in this bottom lip here. I'm going to use a super small brush since it's a tiny area. And same process, wet paint. I'm giving a little line to the lip, rinse, dab, and then pull that color down into that bottom little chin there. Okay, so he's looking good, and now we can work on the nose as well since that's all dry. And you want to grab whatever dark color you're using. I'm just going to go back to my Moon Glow since that's what I have out. Getting that a little wet, using a small brush, and applying the intense color to the bottom of the nose, and then rinsing, tapping off, and pulling that color up to the top. Ah, he's super cute. So I think we can go ahead and put in the eyes as well. Use a super small brush for this, of course. His eyes are going to be brown as well. Watery, kind of light paint. You can always make it darker if you need to. And I am going to be trying to leave the tiniest white line around his little eyeballs. Doesn't always work out, so if you mess it up, that's okay. It happens. Okay, he's looking super cute. So I've got the eyes in, got the nose in. I'm going to let the eyes dry before I come back and add the pupil and add a little more shading and shadow around the eyes. And then this little guy is actually, you could call him done at this point. I'm going to show you one other technique that I like to do sometimes to add more detail, but at this point he really could be considered done once we add his little eyeballs. And then we're going to add the grass as well.